Well, hello there guys, and a warm welcome to yet another episode here on Strictly Flying. I hope you're all doing fantastic. We are currently in Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, and we just landed around 3 hours ago on a flight from Sao Paulo in Brazil. And we are currently just making a connection here. We are going to continue our journey with KLM to Stavanger, Norway. And if you guys want to check out my trip report from Sao Paulo in Brazil to Amsterdam, I'll leave a card right up here in the upper right hand corner, and you can just click on that. You can watch that first if you like. If you missed that card, then I'll also leave a link in the description below so you can check out that trip report whenever you like. Today we're going to fly on the Embraer E175. This particular aircraft is 4 years old and has a registration Papa Hotel Echo X-Ray Juliet. This is a short flight, just over 1 hour, and as you can see, the terminal is quite quiet still at the moment. It's still we're still in the pandemic. We're just coming up to our gate right now, so let's get on board our aircraft and check her out. So today, unfortunately, we need to take a bus to get to our aircraft since it's parked at a remote stand. I just want to comment a little bit about the camera that I'm using. You can see that the lens is quite scratched up, and I do apologize for that. It is a GoPro camera and it has a protection lens over it that is supposed to protect the main lens from scratches and stuff like that. I need to purchase a new one and replace that, so I'm gonna do that in the near future. Until then, I do apologize. When I'm actually in the aircraft and filming inside the aircraft, I usually take these protection lenses off, and you'll see the quality of the image is much better. So for now, you guys just have to live with that. I do apologize, but let's get going and have a look at our aircraft, yeah?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please stow hand luggage in the luggage bins and smaller hand luggage under the seat in front of you. In the unlikely case of an evacuation, please do not take any personal belongings with you. And as a result of the coronavirus, we kindly request that you adhere to the following guidelines during this flight. Try to maintain distance between yourself, other passengers and cabin crew. For example, when you're in line for the lavatory. Try to avoid physical contact. Try to avoid unnecessary contact and prevent going to the galley. If you need assistance, you can press the crew call button. And ladies and gentlemen, on this flight it is mandatory to wear a face mask. The face mask needs to cover both your nose and your mouth. You may only take off your face mask for a short moment while eating or drinking. We expect your cooperation in this.
So guys, here's a question for all of you. For over a year now, we've been required to wear a mask at any one time. Most airlines, they require you to wear a mask as soon as you come into the aircraft, or even nowadays, even at the airport. Whenever circling around the airport, you need to wear a mask. So my question to you is, what do you guys think? How long is this going to be going on? Or is this like going to be the new normal? Is this going to be the way that we're going to fly from now on? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But anyways, I am sitting in row 7 in seat 7A, and 7A is in the economy comfort section. Now in this video I didn't film any of the interior of this aircraft. However, I'm gonna leave another card in the top right hand corner, which should appear right now, and there's also a link down in the description below. If you want to check out this video, it gives you a little bit more insight as to the service and how the interior of this particular aircraft, the Embraer E175, is. I'm also gonna put another card up which is exactly the same aircraft, but in business class. So I have a trip report for that as well in business class. This card should appear right now, and if you want to check that out, go ahead and click on that card, and there's also a link there in the description below. So I'm gonna stop talking because now we're gonna taxi out, and I'm gonna let you enjoy the views.
Hold firmly on the red tabs. This should never be done inside the aircraft. If necessary.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stavanger. Would you please remain seated? You may now switch on your phone and all devices. On arrival, after the fasten seatbelt sign is switched off, we will disassemble.
So, welcome to Norway and welcome to the city of Stavanger. Now this is the part where things got a little bit interesting. Now at the time of this flight, Norway was one of the strictest countries to get entry into. And the reason for that is of course of the corona pandemic, and Norway just decided to close all of its borders and would not allow tourists or any visitors, any foreign visitors whatsoever, to get entry into Norway. There are exceptions, and that is if you do have an invite by a company or if you have any critical work that you need to do, like medical. Basically, what it means is you need a really good, valid reason to get entry into Norway. So shortly after we came into the gate, the pilot turned off his engines and we actually sat in the aircraft for almost an hour. And the reason for that was an incoming aircraft, SAS Scandinavian Airlines, inbound from Aberdeen in Scotland. What happened was the immigration, who does all the controls, because when you get into Norway you need to quarantine, you need to spend at least 1 week in a quarantine hotel, you need to get a negative test, and then you're allowed to leave. So basically they had already planned for this Scandinavian Airlines to come in from Aberdeen. It parked right beside our gate. They had to deboard all of those passengers, they had to process all of them, and then we were allowed to leave the aircraft. Now as we were waiting, the really strange part was that it seems like the pilot, he was not aware of the situation. Now he came on the intercom several times and tried to explain what was going on. And every single time he actually he was saying that he was going to file an official complaint because he was quite frustrated, on our behalf, on the, us passengers who were sitting inside the aircraft for over an hour before we were actually allowed to disembark. I'm going to show you a clip here as this SAS Scandinavian Airlines finally came in from Aberdeen. And you can hear the captain what he has to say.
Expected disembarking to start soon. We're also quite frustrated about the situation. We're going to file a complaint about this regulation anyway, but there's nothing we can do about it. But the good news is I do expect the disembarking to start soon now.
After finally being allowed to disembark the aircraft, we were greeted by this absolute chaos inside the terminal. And they were using roughly up to between 5 and 10 minutes just to process every single passenger. And it was just a mess. But anyways, we landed around 6 o'clock and I came to my quarantine hotel around 11 o'clock at night. So that was my ordeal, that was my flight, and I think I'm just gonna wrap it up right here. And I'll leave you with some final images of me just getting some food just outside my door in my quarantine hotel. This hotel wasn't all that bad. I actually had a nice view just outside my window facing the runway, and I got to do a little bit of airplane spotting in my 7 days of quarantine. And so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and as always, consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, guys, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye, take care.